Yo, what up everyone, it's Kozy. Welcome to this video. Let's talk a little bit about PlayStation and GTA 6. So, pre-orders went live on the 25th of June, and we finally have pricing around how much it's going to cost in South Africa. I'm not going to lie, seeing the actual numbers, like the numbers in rands, makes the whole thing feel kind of real at the moment, and the fact that everything's happening. This game's probably going to come out on November 19th. So on the South African PlayStation Store, GTA 6 is priced at 1,500 Rand for the standard edition. And then the Ultimate Edition is probably, I think it's 1,900. I mean, that's almost 2,000 Rand for a game, which is insane to think about. I know this is probably going to be one of the biggest games ever released. I know Rockstar is one of the few studios where people genuinely expect a certain level of quality, but still I think 1,900 is essentially crazy. For a lot of people, that is not, let me just grab this game quickly. That is like grocery money. For some people, that is petrol money. That is a serious chunk of cash, in South Africa, and a part of the budget that, people need to take into consideration. But the funny thing is, I don't even think Rockstar went as hard as they could have. They could have priced pretty aggressively. So it's interesting to see that Rockstar came out on the softer route of how they were going to price. But because the standard edition gives you GTA 6, you get the game, the vintage Vice City pack, and I think 1 month of GTA Plus if you pre-order digitally. But the Ultimate Edition is where it starts to get a bit spicy a little bit, because the Ultimate Edition is not just a few skins. It includes an upgrade to exclusive in-game bonuses for Jason and Lucia, who are our protagonists in the story. There are exclusive vehicles as well, weapons, some outfits, hairstyles, tattoos, and more. Just cosmetics really. But then there are certain special destinations that are only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. But the fact that they're locking things behind like a paywall and a specific version is kind of weird to me, and it's a bit worrisome, to be honest with you. You know, when I was sitting and thinking about it, this is where psychology comes in and kicks in, and how companies and corporations price their things. The standard edition is already expensive, but then Rockstar puts the Ultimate Edition at 1,900, which is only 400 Rand more. Like, as a consumer, you start to think, okay, if I'm already spending 1,500, do I just spend the extra 400 and get the full thing, the full experience? You feel like you're missing out, and that's where the psychology and how these corporations price their things. And that is how these pricing tiers work. It is not always about forcing you, it's just about nudging you just that bit so you pay more. It is the same thing that a lot of companies do. I think about like Apple. I think they do it as well. Apple knows they have a great product. They know people want the iPhone. So they structure the product line in a way where the base version is there, but the version you really want is usually just a little bit more expensive, you know? And that little bit more starts messing with you psychologically, and you feel like you're missing out. That is the same kind of feeling I get here with the GTA 6 pricing. That is where I think Rockstar and Take-Two are in a very powerful position in that sense. I don't want to say it's a monopoly in the literal legal sense, but culturally, GTA is in a monopoly-like position. And if you want this kind of massive Rockstar open world crime game with this level of cultural hype, this level of budget, this level of detail, and this much anticipation, there is nothing else that gives you that exact same thing, to be honest with you. People are still willing to show up and pay that money. Just take my money. And that is exactly what seems to be happening. Now, to be clear, there are no official pre-order numbers, I don't think, from Rockstar or Take-Two. But what we are seeing is that the game is already dominating conversations. It is sitting at the top of storefronts, and even Xbox has reportedly said they are seeing record pre-order numbers based on like rumors. So people are complaining, but people are also pre-ordering. And that is the gaming industry in a nutshell, man. You know, we complain about pricing, and we complain about pre-order culture. We complain about content being locked behind editions. and then we still kind of buy the game, and I get it, right? It's GTA 6. It's a huge product. I feel like it's a historical moment in time. I mean, it's been over a decade since the last GTA 5. But at the same time, I don't think we need to remember how many times gamers have been burnt by pre-orders. Cyberpunk 2027 is the obvious example of this. Now, I'm not saying GTA 6 is going to launch like Cyberpunk. In no way it will. Rockstar and CD Projekt Red are different companies, and Rockstar has a stronger track record with polished open world releases and experiences, but the principle is still the same. You know, when you pre-order a game, months before release, you are paying before you actually know how the game runs, how stable it is, what the real performance is like, and what compromises exist, and whether the final product itself actually matches the hype. And with GTA 6, the hype is so massive that people are almost treating it like a guaranteed masterpiece, which it probably might be. Maybe it will be. But the question is, should we still be this comfortable giving a lot of these companies our money this early? The other thing that makes this even more uncomfortable is GTA Online, because we all know they are going to make an insane amount of money from the game itself. And then when GTA Online eventually launches or evolves with GTA 6, that is where the long-term money is going to be. GTA 5 already proved the model itself. Sell the game once, build a live service economy around GTA Online for years, and they're getting so much money. It's actually pretty much insane. But anyway, I think the juggernaut that GTA 6 is, it has an impact on the gaming industry as a whole, and what companies look to want to do, or what companies look to want to price things. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting time, November 19th. I think there's a lot of also discussions around the fact that there are some people who aren't necessarily excited about GTA 6. I'm skeptical, myself included. I played GTA 5, so I never got the chance to, and never had a PC or console to play it on. And when I played GTA 5, it was great. There were great characters, but the story was it was lackluster for me. What I'm really interested in seeing is a lot of the gameplay. I do have a PS5 Pro. I'm excited to see if there is going to be some optimizations around the game for this console, because it is the best place to actually play GTA 6 when it arrives. But based on all the technical analysis I've seen other channels do, it might run at 30 FPS. I'm hoping for 40 FPS mode, at least. For 60 FPS, we'll see if that happens. It could depend really on the fact that if they have ray tracing baked into the engine or not, or whether it can be turned off or not. If it can be turned off or not, maybe 60 FPS on a PS5 Pro might be possible, maybe at a 1080p resolution, but these are just my speculations. I'm not a tech expert, but that is my thinking essentially. I'll probably play the game day one just so I can cover it on the channel a little bit. I mean, that game's gonna dominate everything. The news are probably gonna cover the game. Channels are gonna cover the game. There's gonna be shorts and videos everywhere. I'm sure once, especially with gamers, the algorithm is just gonna be GTA 6 once this game launches. And I know there's some people, I've heard stories of some people mentioning the fact that they'll be willing to actually buy into the PlayStation ecosystem just because of GTA 6. But I think most people are pretty much excited about GTA 6, and I think people will be willing to just take that money out and pay for it, because there's a lot of trust that Rockstar has built over the years. But yeah, I'm excited. Everyone's excited. Let's see on November 19th when this drops. Anyway, thanks for watching this, guys. This has been Kozy. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy gaming. Stay warm this winter. Cheers, everyone. This is Kozy.